Jesus conquered the grave. So take me as you find me, all my fears and failures. Fill my life again. I give my life to follow everything I believe in. Now I surrender. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Jesus, shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Jesus, shine your light and let the whole world see. We're singing for the glory of the risen King. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave.
So, Mighty to Save is the last in our series of just looking at the thirds and the fifths. And what we want to look at is actually what is happening on the higher harmony, which is the fifth above, and how she's coming in sort of at the end of the second verse to kind of build a sense of expectation leading up to the big chorus. So that's a nice way of just kind of, again, kind of punctuating a bit and really getting us ready just for that launch into the big chorus, into the bridge. It's a really nice way of adding a bit of dynamic and interest there. And lastly, one of the things we want to just really focus on is that when you're singing with another person, you've got two harmonies, you want to make sure to stick to your harmony to avoid crossing over. It just helps us avoid confusion, but also make sure that the harmonies are nice and strong throughout a song. If you do find that there's lots of crossing over, it can be a bit confusing. It might be too much of one part, maybe someone not doing it exactly the same, and so that it doesn't marry up. And it can just be a bit of a train wreck, really. So we want to really stick to our really strong parts to make sure that the chords are really strong throughout. So if you're a little bit unsure about how to do that and stick to a part, what would be really helpful is to listen to the parts and learn them and even memorize them. That's probably the best way, really, to make sure that you're sticking to your part in the actual song. If you're finding that it's still proving to be a little bit tricky, it might be helpful to reference the Music Academy Vocals course. It's a brilliant resource identifying the thirds and the fifths and all the chord construction.